do it like this story time real quick. Let me see if I have enough time. 2:45. Oh my goodness, I might have enough time. So I have to pick Kenzie up out the bus around like 3. Okay. So I'm gonna do this story time. I've been wanting to do it. I thought about it today. It just crossed my mind. And the story time I'm about to give y'all now is basically how I got cheated on by a bisexual man and how he cheated on me with a transgender man. Okay, I met him offline, and this is where the awareness come in. I want y'all to be aware of how y'all meet people. Back then, when I was young and dumb, I was looking for love in all the wrong places, trying to fill voids. My mother wasn't there around at the time. I wasn't. Well, she was in my life, but you know, I didn't always have my father. You know, and you know, we look for love in some of the wrong places. Sometimes we're not perfect. We all make mistakes. So that's just something we do. Okay, so I met my husband. It's not the husband that I'm currently with now. It's the one before. So I was married twice. Okay, so back then, the first man I married, he had cheated on me with a transgender male. He was bisexual. Okay, I met him online. We talked for like a whole year. I'm not gonna put no names out. We talked for a whole year, and so I hadn't seen him or nothing. Well, I FaceTime him once, and he was handsome. He was very, very handsome. But that's not what I was attracted to. I was attracted to him because we talked about God a lot, and he read the Bible. But at the time, he was doing working, and he was working, and he started having struggles. And so, like a fool, I let him in. Whew, just looking for love in all the wrong places, y'all. So I let him in, and so I let him in. And at the time, you know, I have a 2-bedroom home, and it's just me and Christasia. No, yeah, I had a 2-bedroom home. I can't remember if I had a 2 or 3-bedroom. I don't know. I don't really think that's important. Okay, so anyways, I had let him come in. Okay, he stayed, and it just me and Chris at the time. So he stayed, and he came, and he was cool. We went to church together. People was asking him how we met, and you know, I was just telling them how we met or whatever. And you know, people was like, I really say that I felt a little pressure because I feel like people was like, oh, you sinning, you sinning, you sinning. But at the same time too, I wanted to I just tried to put that aside, and so we ended up clicking. We was together for about a year, so we met for a year. We talked for a year on just over the phone, and then we actually was together for a year. After that year, we had got married, and so you can say that we was together for 2 years. And okay, so anyways, how it came about is like we together for 2 years. So he started telling me about his sister. So his sister needed somewhere to stay. I let her stay. And then she started talking about her boyfriend. I let her boyfriend stay. So now I got my husband, his sister, and her boyfriend. Okay, so like I said, everything was good. He came from California. Everything was cool. I married him. He was real cool. He was going to church, doing stuff around the church, just doing positive things, you know, with hanging with the pastor, you know, just good stuff. Okay, so one night his sister was like, I'm thirsty. She's like, bro, can you go get me a soda? So there's a laundromat out here that got vending machines with soda pops in them. So everybody was on the soda. My kids wanted soda. My nephew, Chris said you want a soda. My nephew wanted soda. And, you know, the boyfriend, the sister, and they all wanted soda. So he go get the soda. So I'm out. When they asking him to go get the soda, he's outside on the patio, and I'm in the room, so I don't really know what he's doing. But before that day, the transgender guy was sick. So though the same day the transgender guy was sick, right? So earlier that day, the transgender got sick, and me wearing my heart on my sleeve, I gave him a ride to the emergency room. He was sick, and he was just really vomiting. Oh my goodness, it was so disgusting. And he was sick, and I was like, I took him to the hospital. But on the way to the hospital, I was listening to my music. He was like, "Oh, you one of them people?" I was listening to my gospel. He was like, "What you?" I said, "What you mean, one of those people?" So he was really instantly judging me in my car. I was like, one of those church people. I was like, "No, I'm not a church person, but I go to church. But I would say I'm a godly person." He said, "So what do you think?" I said, "What do you mean, what I think?" He was like, "I'm in your car. You give me a ride to the hospital. That's cool and all, but I'm a man. I'm wearing a wig." I said. And I was like, I guess I got in my feelings because like, oh, if you want my opinion, I tell you. So I told him what I thought, which sin is sin, I sin. So, sin is sin. So basically, this is just what the God I serve, but I told him what I read in the Bible and how I feel about what I read in the Bible and stuff like that. And I guess it rubbed him the wrong way. So I guess he didn't like what my beliefs or stuff and all that stuff. And so he was just like, I guess he wanted to get back with me for sleeping with my husband. So that night, my husband would get the soda, and he's going way too long, and he was like that's that cherry. He was gone way too long, and his sister was like, "What's taking him so long?" I was like, "I don't know. It don't take that long to get no sodas or whatever." I said maybe he need help. Told him. I was like, no, he got it, because I was going to send my daughter and my nephew that was staying with me at the time. I was going to go over there and send him out there and see what he was doing. In my spirit, that's what I should have did, because if I would have did, they would have caught him in the act. And how they would have caught him in the act is because little did I know he was in the he was in the laundromat messing with the dude. Okay, now how I found out. My cousin had a baby mama with the person that was friends with the transgender. So she friends with the transgender. Those are my little cousins. So whatever she need, I would take her where she needed to go. She was like, what I'm saying, and she was like, she came to me. But first of all, when it happened, he came back different. Instantly, he was different. When he messed with the man at the soda machine, he in the laundromat, he came back different. He was quiet. He was distant. So the next day, he was quiet. He was distant. He was crying. He was sitting outside on the patio. I didn't have none out there, so he was just sitting on the ground. I was like, "What's wrong with you?" I was outside. "What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?" He didn't tell me nothing. And so later on that day, my cousin, baby mama, came over there and over to my house. She knocked. She's like, "Can I talk to you?" And he must have knew it was something, because he went outside. So she coming in, he going out. And she took me in my room, and she was like, "I just want to tell you," she was like, "I think you should get tested." And I was like, "What you mean you think I should get tested?" She was like, "Your husband had sex with my transgender friend last night." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Girl, I said, you gotta be lying." I broke so much stuff that night. I just freaked out. I freaked out. I threw a lamp down. I don't know what else I did. I threw something. And I picked up something about to hit my flat screen TV, and his sister was like, "Girl, don't you turn your TV up. Don't you turn your TV up." And so his sister, she argued with him, and then she was like, "What's wrong?" After my cousin, baby mama, tell me, she was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" I said, He slept with a man last night when he was going over there to get them sodas. I was like, when he was going to get them sodas and he was taking too long, he was in there messing with around. She said, "Who, my brother?" And she was like, I was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." She said, "Who is this?" I said, "That's my cousin, baby mama. She just told me." And then she was like, she said she told me because she think I should know. And then he was like, "For real?" She said, "Oh," she was like, heck no, where you at?" So she was like, "Bruh, why her cousin, baby mama just come in and tell her that you messed with a man when you were supposed to be getting sodas for us last night?" So he was like quiet. He said, "No." She said, you did because you quiet." She said, "You can't even answer us." And then he was just crying, y'all. He was crying. And so I broke some stuff that day, and then like I got over it. So I told her, I was like, "You know what? I ain't messed with him." I said, "I haven't messed with him." I said, I wasn't intimate with him last night. I didn't do nothing with him the day before. I was like, "I did not mess with him." She was like, "Okay, well, good." So I was like, I know this video, ooh, it can be taken the wrong way from certain people. Ooh, please don't think y'all. I go to the doctor too much. but anyways, it was just like, whew, I'm trying to get back to it because this video is a little crazy, a little creepy when you think about it that way. But anyways, so I broke a lot of stuff that night, and so I let him go his way, but we were still going to the same church. And so he went to church one Sunday, and it was during testimonial service, and he stood up during testimonial service, and he was like, I don't understand why I can't be at home, why I gotta be out on the street. So my pastor was like, no, you sit down, that's personal, we're not gonna do that up in here, that's personal, this ain't no testimony. So my pastor shut him up, and I'm over like, oh my goodness, what is he talking about? I can't believe what I'm seeing or what I'm hearing. I'm like, dude, you wouldn't mess with a man. So I let him go his way. He went by he was still getting help from, church, and stuff like that. And nobody even judged him after that. He was still around for a little bit until he wasn't. So when he wasn't around, like he wasn't around, and after that I never heard from him again. But I just like I was saying, y'all, I want to bring awareness because you never know who you're gonna meet offline. You know what I mean? I met another guy one time, said he was gonna take me to dentist off of a chat line. He got mad because I wouldn't mess with him. This man sit up here and tried to offer me a bologna sandwich. I told him taking me home. He gave me 75 cents to go in there and get a cup of ice, and I said, okay, fine, I'll do it. I came back, he was gone. He was trying to tell me to use a payphone. So I left in Dallas, don't even know where I'm at, stranded. My auntie had to pay for somebody to get me home. She pays for somebody to get me home, called me in the room, talked to me, and told me, you learned your lesson, did you? I said, yes, ma'am. She was like, don't do that no more. Even though that person right there I was supposed to be going out to eat with, I had gave my cousin the license plate number and the what's called. I was like, dang, then I look back, if you have to do all that to go out with somebody, you shouldn't be going from the beginning. So y'all, those are just two story times in one on how the transgender man, a bisexual man, and how, I married him, and how he cheated on me, and how I met another guy offline that left me stranded because I didn't want to have sex with him. And y'all, I'm just saying, y'all, if you want to, it's ways to fill that void. You just got to go to God. Just give it to God. He knows our heart desire. He knows what's best for us. He knows the type of person that we know we need. We don't know it, but he do. The God, I'm talking about the God that I serve them, because people serve their own different gods, and I keep on saying that. But it's okay to disagree. It's okay to agree and disagree without bloodshed and violence. But I just want to bring awareness to say, just be careful who y'all meeting offline, young girls. Don't, everything that glitters ain't gold. The man that I was married to, he was very handsome, very, very handsome. It just didn't make no sense how handsome he was. But y'all, at the same time too, just be careful who y'all meet, even if it's not online. But I'm not saying you can't have a successful relationship or even find a husband offline. I'm not saying that you can't be successful by meeting somebody offline, but what I am saying is that you have to be very careful. And me, I'm just saying, from my point of view, from what I've been through, I would just recommend y'all and suggest y'all to wait on God, because you don't know who you're getting yourself involved with. At the end of the day, people can paint a picture for you one day, and then the next minute, that beautiful picture can turn into something so ugly, something so disastrous. So I just learned my lesson, y'all. And I was 19 when I met the good guy that's supposed to be taking me to Denny's, and this happened when I was 19. But I think I met the man before. I think I met him at the age of 25, 26, 40 now. So I've learned a lot throughout the years, y'all, and I just want to share this story time with y'all of how I married a bisexual man, and how he treated on me with a transgender, and how I also met someone else that could have just took me off and killed me, because the man that when I got left in Dallas, and that man told me to go get gave me that 75 cents, y'all, the man that actually gave me a ride home, he was like, if I give you a ride home, what you gonna do for me? And my aunt, I said, I had to call my aunt, and my aunt said, you know, the man was already talking about punning something, but he around other men too. So I didn't walk to an apartment complex, and this man around other men. He was like, what you gonna do for me? And then they was whispering, and I'm over here scared and fragile, but I was like, you know what? I can't cry. I can't cry. I can't show no fear. So I was like, I had to be like nonchalant, be like, no, I just called my aunt. My aunt said, if you get my niece home safe, I promise you I'll give you the money to get my niece home safe. Please get my niece home safe. Can I have your word that you get my niece home safe? So he got me home safe, and she gave him the money, and she called me in her, and we had our conversation. She was like, you learn your lesson? I was like, yes, ma'am. And after that, I didn't do it no more. I didn't do it no more. And she was like, and my cousin, you know, she was still doing it, and I ain't gonna say, I would say I still done it. I would say I still done it, but I learned. She told me, my cousin was like, we can still do it because we were both into it. She was like, we can still do it. She said, we just gonna make them come to us. We're not gonna go to them. And so, before this video, I just want to thank y'all for listening. And I hope y'all really take something from this video, which is to be careful, wait on God, and just be careful, be cautious of who you meet. And if you are going to meet somebody offline, make sure that you either meet them in a place where it's public, or, you know, let them come to you on your safe ground. Do not meet them in their safe haven. Make sure you on ground to where you can protect yourself, especially if you're a female. But that's it, y'all. I gotta go ahead and get Kenzie out the bus. That's it for this story time. Thank y'all so much for watching, sharing, subscribing. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I'm not gonna say like it because it really ain't nothing to like about what happened. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and I hope y'all can learn from it and my mistakes. Until next time, I'm out, and I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out. Peace.